Hello, I'm Dr. Jessica Mansbach, the Interim Director of the Faculty Center for Ignatian Pedagogy, or FCIP, at Loyola University, Chicago. In this short video, I'm going to introduce you to a pedagogical approach called the Loyola Way, which was developed by FCIP in collaboration with faculty and staff colleagues. At FCIP, we view the Loyola Way as key to helping instructors facilitate a transformative educational experience that reflects our Jesuit Catholic mission. The foundation of the Loyola Way is a combination of three pedagogical approaches: Ignatian pedagogy, anti-oppressive pedagogy, and student-centered learning. I will give a brief overview of each pedagogical approach. Ignatian pedagogy is a distinctly Jesuit approach to teaching, rooted in the formative documents and teachings of St. Ignatius of Loyola and contemporary Jesuits. The Ignatian pedagogical paradigm is its central framework. In this image, context is the background. We recognize how socio-geopolitical events impact students' learning. Experience, action, and evaluation coexist in the center of the framework. The lived experience of each individual in the learning space must be embraced in a Jesuit education. Action points to the expectation that we are to prepare our students to find ways to utilize what they learn to inform meaningful actions in our communities and society. Evaluation reminds us to critique the impact of our experiences and actions. Taken together, these processes of taking action based on what we have learned while evaluating the effect of our experience and action on ourselves and those around us are in continual interaction with one another, demonstrated by the overlapping circles. The glue that holds these connections together is the practice of reflection, shown in our model as a central overlay. Anti-oppressive pedagogy is an approach to teaching and learning that seeks to acknowledge and confront the fundamentally racist, colonial, homophobic, gendered, ableist, and transphobic underpinnings of our society and educational systems. Anti-oppressive pedagogy is relevant for every discipline and every academic topic because anti-oppressive pedagogy is not necessarily related to talking about the subject of race, class, gender, disability, or other social issues. Using anti-oppressive pedagogies allows instructors to be more inclusive, critical, flexible, and humanizing for every student. The foundational tenet of the approach is that all voices should be invited to contribute equally, and acknowledging your position of power in the classroom is a way to facilitate your classes to level power dynamics. As instructors, many of us begin designing learning experiences by focusing on what we will teach and what materials students will engage with. Student-centered learning shifts the focus from what instructors will teach to what students will learn. By the end of a learning experience, for example, what should students be able to know, do, and think? Student-centered learning is a broad approach that includes any instructional strategy that allows students to actively engage with their peers, their instructors, and the course materials. Student-centered learning includes approaches that offer students the guidance and support they need to make choices about their learning, like selecting activities, course materials, and assignments they perceive as relevant. When used simultaneously, these three approaches, Ignatian pedagogy, anti-oppressive pedagogy, and student-centered learning, result in a whole greater than the sum of their parts. Because our Jesuit Catholic mission guides the kinds of learning experiences we create with our students, the outermost circle includes our Jesuit values: cura personalis, care of the whole person; magis or more, people for and with others; unity of mind, heart, and soul; faith that does justice; contemplatives in action; and finding God or goodness in all things. Nested within our Jesuit context, the next circle shows the three pedagogical approaches that serve as the foundation of the Loyola Way. The next innermost circle illustrates the components of the Loyola Way: responsiveness, continual reflection, flexible accessibility, and transformation. This short video just gave you an overview of the Loyola Way.